So we basically got this recycle pendant from Worthmore Jewelers. They sent it to us on behalf of Reaping Nature Productions, and we went ahead and made a mold of it. So you'll see there's a negative space here in the mold, and we're going to shoot waxes to be able to cast it. So now what we're doing is we are taking the wax masters that have come out of the mold, and we're building trees, and basically this will be invested into plaster. The wax will be melted away. Once the pieces are loaded onto the trees, we take the rubber base and put a metal flask around it. And you can see on the inside now that the pieces that we saw being put on the tree are still in there. This is called investment, and basically what it is it's a plaster-like substance. So we'll mix up the investment pretty much like pancake batter, and a lot of air bubbles will get in there. We need to put this investment on the vacuum table to remove the air bubbles so that there are no little holes where silver could possibly flow during the casting process. Once we remove all of the air from the investment, we will pour it into the flasks, and then we will have to remove the air bubbles again just to make sure we get the cleanest castings possible. The rubber base has been now removed from the flask, and you can see that there is a hole that is going all the way down, and this little red drip is the wax that has been melted out. And it is going into the oven. The oven will be set for 1300 degrees, and the investment will reach that temperature overnight. So here we have some old Zina pieces, some kid pins that we've taken the findings off the back, some old castings where we've popped the stones out of it, some old castings where we casted up extra pieces but never ended up using them, some castings that had some imperfections that were not good. So we are going to take this metal and we are going to recast it so these recycled pendants are actually recycled metal. Abraham is putting the metal in the crucible. So that's molten metal, hot, ready, and waiting. Abraham is now going to take the flask out. There it is. That's been burned out at 1300 degrees. It is going on top of the vacuum casting chamber. And there goes molten metal right into the flask. Now we're just going to leave it there because any movement to the flask might damage the castings inside. We've just quenched the flask in water. As the water touches the investment and the metal, cooling it all down so we can actually remove the casting. And there they are. After cutting the castings off the tree, we ran them through the tumbler, and as you can see they now have all of the plaster or investment surface removed, and now all we have to do is cut the remaining screws off, sand them, polish them, and get them ready to ship to Worthmore Jewelers.